The playground is my domain, and I am its superhero. My name is Hefty Man, for I am of exceptional girth, and bring heavy tidings. Woe to those who would defy me, for I have superpowers. And they're really scary. How I Got My Superpowers, by John C. Havens. This is the story of how Hefty Man battled the evil gang of bullies known as the Cold Shoulder Crew. As an effective storytelling device, I will now be talking of myself in the third person, much like Spike Lee, or the artist formerly known as Prince. Hefty Man was patrolling the playground on his trusty Schwinn 3-speed bike, Boomer. On this particular morning, Hefty Man's Pudjo senses were tingling. Could something be amiss on the playground? Could the Cold Shoulder Crew be nearby? The Cold Shoulder Crew could only be trusted for one thing: to be evil. First of all was Tommy Griffin. He is known to Hefty Man as the Creepy Cortex. As one may have surmised, he is the brains of the CSC. His power lies in his ingenuity for cruelty. His skills include monster moonings and wonder wedgies. He puts the P in peer pressure. Next is Jeffrey Young, who is known to Hefty Man as Sir Snots-a-Lot. He always smells like poop and can hurl boogers a distance of 15 feet. His power lies in annoyance. Eddie Doyle is the silver-tongued member of the CSC. He is known to Hefty Man as the Weenie Head. He will say cleverly phrased things like, "You tooted! You totally farted!" And everyone will point and laugh at Hefty Man, even though Hefty Man did not, in fact, fart. His power lies in his apparent sense of humor. But last of all, the most terrifying enemy, Albinoid. Hefty Man does not even know the name that regular people call him. He has very blonde hair, and his pupils are white, and for a time, he was tormented almost as much as the portly Hefty Man. Because of this, he's been filled with rage. Albinoid's power lies within his unpredictability. That, and he's really big. The Cold Shoulder Crew is named such for one simple reason. They like to give Hefty Man the cold shoulder. It's very simple, really. Surrounding him like a foul-smelling cloud, they will continue to speak to each other as though Hefty Man were not even there. And then Hefty Man will try to leave. For the law of the Jungle Gym states, where there are 4 and you are 1, your butt will be kicked unless you flee. This law is sacred. But they will not allow Hefty Man to leave. They will jostle him and continue to taunt him until he tries to speak. And then they will say things along the lines of, "Hey, did you hear something?" And then another will reply, "No, just the wind. And it's really fat and smelly." They are very clever, the Cold Shoulder Crew. Technically, they are insulting the wind, but their cruel words are directed towards Hefty Man. This is why they are Hefty Man's greatest enemies. But today, Hefty Man will tell you the story of how Hefty Man defeated the Cold Shoulder Crew and gained his ultimate superpower a few short days ago. Hefty Man was swinging on the parallel bar thingies when just then he noticed the Cold Shoulder Crew approaching. It was rare to see all 4 leaders in one place. Hefty Man sensed an altercation of mammoth proportions was about to take place, so he mounted Boomer and began to roar right away. But just then, the Creepy Cortex grabbed Boomer's handlebars and spoke to Hefty Man in a civil fashion. "Hey, why don't you keep swinging? That looked kind of fun." Hefty Man was leery. On one hand, he was happy that the Cold Shoulder Crew had finally stopped their reign of torment, and that Hefty Man was free to play once again. On the other hand, this could be a trap. The Creepy Cortex was known for his cunning, and this could easily be a trick. Dazed and confused, Hefty Man once again Swank on the parallel parts. But just then, the creepy Cortex ran up to Hefty Man, grabbed Hefty Man's gym shorts, and pulled them down below his ankles. A full mooning in broad daylight! Feeling stupid, Hefty Man began to walk away, after pulling up his gym shorts. But just then, sparked the events that sparked Hefty Man's gaining of his ultimate superpower. Albinoid approached Hefty Man. "Hey, Hefty Man! Fight me!" Hefty Man was scared. He knew there was no way he could win on a one-on-one fight against Albinoid. One-on-one. "I'm not gonna fight you, Albinoid. Besides, your 3 friends will gang up on me." The words gang up must be spoken in this fashion, for they point to an unfair advantage. This law is sacred. Unfortunately, Albinoid then countered with another textbook Jungle Gym phrase. "Just you and me, man! Just you and me!" Hefty Man was now terrified. Technically, there was no way Hefty Man could leave the playground without engaging in combat. But he tried one last time to use his brain superpower to flee. "I'm not gonna fight you, man. I just don't like to fight." It was very bold of Hefty Man, and essentially true. He did not want his butt to be kicked. Hefty Man began to walk off. But just then, Albinoid jumped upon Hefty Man's back and began to pound him in the face over and over again. Stars appeared in Hefty Man's eyes. But just then, a spark of rage. Rage out of all those years of torment. Rage out of all that time of pain and suffering. I pulled him out in front of me with my free hands. I pulled his head down to my knee. Bam, bam, wham! Crack, crack, crack! Sploosh. Hefty Man had broken Albinoid's nose. And out of fear, Hefty Man remembered another textbook Jungle Gym quote. "If you hurt a kid bad enough to where his parents might find out, you are in deep doo-doo." Hefty Man began to run away from the scene. Taking Boomer from a stunned creepy Cortex, he rode away. They went to a secret place where they might ponder Hefty Man's newfound power. Rage made Hefty Man strong, but rage was too powerful for Hefty Man to control. Rage was an enemy to be dealt with at a later date, because for now Hefty Man had won against the Cold Shoulder crew, and now there was another law of the Jungle Gym. Don't mess with the fat kid.